greatest actors of all time because of Drumline, and then I got older and realized that I was fucking stupid.
What's up? It's the Robinson family.
And did you click on this video?
Yes, you did.
And we're coming at y'all with another reaction video in the same night. If they're gonna be uploaded in the same night, we don't know.
We don't know. Anyways, somebody in our comment section had told us to react to this. This is everything wrong with Nick Cannon's Invitation canceled Eminem diss video. Let's just jump straight into this video.
Invitation's canceled.
A third diss track response, despite there not being a diss track to respond to. I feel like Nick is just trying to find a sneaky way to get Eminem to sing one of Mariah Carey's songs without him actually wanting to. 1 minute and 54 seconds of Nick Cannon playing clips of Eminem dissing him and Mariah in various songs, accompanied by Dr. Dre's voice saying, "Here's what they think about you," a whopping 27 times.
Yeah.
Remember what Ice Cube said? Oh yeah, it ain't over, motherfucker.
Nick copies the intro to Ice Cube's No Vaseline, hoping that if he uses the same formula, his diss will have the same impact. But he's wrong. Very, very wrong. Nick changes the pitch of Eminem's voice to avoid copyright issues, yet he copyright claimed my video on his song when I did the exact same thing to avoid copyright issues. So 5 cents, fuck you. Nick has officially run out of ideas to diss Eminem on, so he pulls the race card and tries way too hard at it. Black Power fists in the background?
Yeah, that's all I'm feeling. I feel that.
Theoretical book about how white people are naturally supremacists and subconsciously hate black people due to their genetically inferior DNA? Check. I understand race is an easy approach to take in a diss battle when it's two different races, but Eminem of all people, has he seen his entourage? Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, Royce the 5'9", Crooked I, Jay-Z, Proof, all of D12? I'm pretty sure M is more respected in the black community than Nick Cannon ever will. Nick then smirkingly flashes this page from the ISIS papers. The book itself is a very pro-black movement that equates white skin as an albino deformity of black skin, but on this page specifically, it shows symbols of male genitalia and a gun, and in this book, the author talks about how white people subconsciously use guns as symbols to make up for their smaller penises in comparison to black penises. It's a cool idea and all, and almost a really good diss, but this is a theoretical, opinionated book that has several holes in its plot. It says some pretty outlandish things about white people and their subconscious and how people of color can't be racist, and changes the term of racism completely from the scientific definition. It's a very one-sided argument book that fits in Nick's narrative perfectly. It would be like Eminem responding holding a book that talks about how black people are subconsciously doing something in reference to white people because that's the author's specific belief system. It's a very interesting read though, but it shows how Nick is trying way too hard to make this a race issue. Fuck, that was way too nerdy for this video.
He been disrespecting our queens for years.
Gigolo is literally about fucking as many women as possible, where you hoes.
I seen that pop on YouTube too.
Won't you tell him how you really feel, Marshall?
So technically, you disrespecting
Nick
women
Cannon plays
in
a clip
general.
from Eminem's 1988 song Foolish Pride and attempts to paint an Eminem is racist narrative, despite Ray Benzano doing this exact same thing in 2003.
Eminem claimed he had made the tape out of anger, stupidity, and frustration after breaking up with an African-American girlfriend. Although the scandalous nature of Eminem's lyrics have given Benzino and The Source a newfound support for their claims, perhaps the biggest revelation of the press conference was how bad Eminem was just 10 years ago, and how much he's improved since.
And we all saw how that ended for Ray Benzino.
If you was really selling coke, well then what the fuck you stop for? Tell me, if you slew some crack, you'd make a lot more money than you do from rap.
I love how Nick thinks he just dropped a bombshell on the whole world when this song has literally been available to the public for over 16 years. If anything, as shitty as it is, he made the song more catchy, because the original song sucks, but he made this something you can bounce to. What are you doing, man? Eminem was 15 at the time of recording this song and had just been dumped by his African-American girlfriend. Granted, what Eminem said is horrific. Here's a clip of Crooked I talking about the situation if he was in the same shoes.
I mean, when I heard what M said, I was like, you know what? He's just pissed. If I was fucking a white bitch at the time and she pissed me off, I'd be like, you fucking white bitch. That's just what I'm gonna do.
But that is true.
That is true.
That don't necessarily mean you're being racist.
He was pissed. He was in a fucking relationship with somebody. And we say things when we're pissed off. We might not agree with ourselves the next day, but guess what? We say things when we're pissed off. And us as musicians, we go into the booth and we spew what's on our minds. And I think the public don't give us an opportunity to change our minds.
Also, can we talk about how fucking hypocritical it is that Nick Cannon's bringing up something that happened over 30 years ago, and he's using it as a diss, but when it came to Kevin Hart tweeting out some really fucked up shit like 10 years ago, he jumped straight to his defense on Twitter and argued with everyone.
What? Black girls are bitches. Black girls are
Why can't Nick Cannon's rap voice sound like his ad-libs right here? They're clear, they have bass to them, but when he starts to rap, it sounds like he's whispering again. What the fuck?
We let you be a guest in this house, but now you cancel.
Hey, more race baiting and Nick Cannon using somebody else's insults to insult Eminem. Get used to that. In all seriousness, Nick clearly knew this comment would get under Eminem's skin only because of the Lord Jamar interviews. Also, Nick claims Eminem is merely a guest in the House of Hip Hop, whilst Nick himself isn't even a neighbor on the same block. Also, Nick Cannon goes back to his normal ways of not rhyming a fucking thing.
Had to put my motherfucking turban on. Outside your motherfucking turban on.
What happened in the last 10 years or so that made Nick Cannon think this was the way to rap? Like, the whisper rap was the way to go. Because if you look back and listen to, like, Gigolo and Dime Piece and some of his earlier songs, he raps normally.
Protesting with AKs and guns. Our queens don't need your racism.
For the life of me, I could not figure out what he was saying until I looked up the lyrics and realized he rhymed guns with racism. But he said racism to make it rhyme. And it's just... Man, I wish Nick Cannon would stop fucking trying to rap.
This generation.
Hey, more race baiting.
I wish Nick
And
Cannon would
also,
stop
what does that
trying to
even
rap.
mean? How is one person an entire group of this generation, even though that group still exists in this generation? That's like me saying Nick Cannon's the bad rapper of this generation. Like, there's plenty of bad rappers out there, despite how much we all hate them. Also, Nick ignores the multiple collaborations and collaborative albums with people of the African American descent, but no, KKK.
Cause ain't no age for white race.
I would give anybody watching this right now $100 if they can lip read and see what the fuck Nick Cannon was saying during this scene.
Ain't no age for white race. I don't give a fuck, his ass was young. Can't let that slide, that's on my son.
Yeah, God forbid Nick Cannon said
Good
some fucked up
God,
shit when
why
he
they
was
put
younger.
that
I once
picture
thought
in there?
Nick Cannon was one of the greatest actors of all time because of Drumline, and then I got older and realized that I was fucking stupid. According to the Gospel Coalition for the Nation of Islam, a member of the Fruit of Islam is supposed to be respectful to all, regardless of color.
Read the ISIS paper, you racist. I see why you hate us.
Nick Cannon has literally brainwashed himself with this theoretical, opinionated book. Nick tells Eminem to read this book to see that he's racist, but this book's main point is that white people are subconsciously racist due to white supremacy. Therefore, he's always gonna be racist. Despite his actual racist comments, he's still gonna be racist no matter what.
Goddamn right, yeah, I'm on one.
Nick has spent a decent amount of bars referencing his Islamic faith, but then proceeds to casually drop God, which is an impermissible phrase in the Islamic faith and one of the worst things you can physically say in the religion.
Christopher Columbus. Hip-hop wish you discovered.
Nick does his best Yoda impression and says a sentence completely ass backwards. Hip-hop wish you discovered.
Just for Rosa and Coretta, Asada and Loretta.
What is going on here? Like, what is the point of this? Nick has become so enthralled with this race issue that he has forgotten why he's dissing Eminem in the first place. It's because he said he had no balls, in case you forgot.
Lord Jamar told your ass you was a guest in our house. I'm trying to find out who the fuck let this pest in our house.
Lord Jamar also said that women in rap aren't real rap, which is super disrespectful to the queens of hip-hop, and it's literally half of the reason you're dissing Eminem for, so where's that Lord Jamar diss track at, man? Also, how many fucking interviews are there of you out there saying that Eminem is in your top 5, yet you're calling him a pest right here? Make up your mind, man.
I know you would have an interesting history, so I'm assuming you didn't listen to it.
I didn't. I haven't heard it.
Right.
But I still, Eminem's in my top 5.
My number 1, Pop, hands down. My number 2, Eminem.
Now, people may not remember this, but I do recall you having a battle of sorts with the likes of one of the greatest wordsmiths / rappers known to man in Eminem.
Yep.
You heard him. This is how you feel about us. We just gonna keep letting that ride?
Well, everybody else heard it 16 years ago, and you've been letting it ride since, so I don't see why you wouldn't let it go on a little bit more. Also, need I remind you, it was 30 years ago! Also, in the song, Eminem said
He's
black
got
girls
sins
are bitches
counter
and
right
black
there.
girls are dumb, and then Nick says you heard what he
he-
says about us, so is Nick admitting to being a girl right now?
Read the ISIS paper, you racist. I see why you hate us.
Black girls are bitches. Black girls are dumb.
This is the second pre-chorus and the third chorus, and Nick says more words in the pre-chorus than he does in his actual verses, and Eminem says more words than Nick Cannon altogether.
Oh yeah, the hopping, bobbing, all them other house Negroes that keep defending this motherfucker. Holla at me. I got some books you should read.
Nick says anybody supporting Eminem because he's white is now considered an Uncle Tom. And I know a lot of people who are not going to be happy about this one.
Oh, and Marshall,
I know
tried to
50
give you an
Cent said
invitation.
something about
I
don't.
Invitations
He said
In
something
Eminem's
towards
defense, you
me.
didn't give him an actual date to come on the show, and you can't RSVP to something that doesn't have an actual date. Also, this reminds me of this clip from South Park.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Dear Slim, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my cell, my pager, and my home phone at the bottom.
Thank you guys so much for stopping by this video. Hopefully,
Man, oh man, was he telling the truth or no? That is for you to decide. Anyways, tell us how you like this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family, and keep us notified with all this Eminem and Nick Cannon beef. Anything y'all want us to react to, put it in the comments below. And always remember to stay blessed and stay positive. And until next time.
Peace.
Thank you.